Hey folks, today is a good day. We have germination. We definitely have some bare spots, but for the most part, it's coming up. So I figured out about 3 days in that I had issues with my sprinkler heads. They would sometimes stop rotating and overwater certain spots. So I would consider those bare spots to be a few days behind in watering. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the results, for it only being a week. I'm a bit worried about this spot because I used a leaf blower on it accidentally. I'm hoping I didn't blow the seed away after seeding. I can tell you I'm beyond relieved that I got to this point with the germination. This patch here I'm worried about too. It's getting water, but I've seen some birds in this area early in the mornings after the sprinkler runs. So I'll give it another week and reseed if I have to. The same for this spot. I've seen about 14 birds hiding underneath the car, and then they come out after the sprinkler and start pecking in this area. This spot is a sprinkler issue. I can definitely see seed on the ground. You can definitely tell that the tenacity is working. Just take a look at that. This is a finicky sprinkler head. You can tell with the crop circle. This other one is just my incorrect adjustment of the sprinkler. It was really windy the day I set this one up. The area does get water, just not enough. I fixed it and we should be good in a few days, I hope. Let's get a closer look. Check out these little seedlings. I find it so interesting that the tips of the seedlings bend over. Such a wonderful sight. Let's go check out the side yard. Now these first two sprinkler heads were also sticking, so we have slow germination and more crop circles. I'm definitely going to need to move these sprinkler heads around, just to get it adjusted correctly. Even with these challenges, everything is coming along. I just need to be more patient. There is germination, just taking a little bit of time. Here's a closer look. I moved the sprinkler head to a different location, so let's see if this helps. Now this section here is just terrible. There is some germination, but it's minimal. I'll have to figure something out for this side. The bent grass and rye are germinating, but I see little to no germination on the rye seed that's been spread on the sand. This may be a problem. You can really see the green haze off the bent grass. Can't wait till it all comes in. It's been 14 days since seeding, and things are looking a lot better. I dropped the watering rate down to 5 minutes 3 times a day. I also stopped watering a few days ago to let it dry out a bit so I can cut it today. First cut. I still have some problem areas I really need to address. I did overseed some areas at the end of week 1, so I'm hoping that these spots fill in. It's looking so much better from week 1. But there's still a lot of germination that needs to happen. Looks like my readjustment of the sprinkler heads worked. Just look at that. Isn't that pretty? What a sight. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Now I just hope these spots fill in after the overseed. This side has come a long way from last week. Better germination, but I have some stubborn spots. This strip is coming in nicely. Just need to be more patient. This patch here has gotten better, and I can definitely see germination. But this section over here has been a pain. This is the only sprinkler head with no issues, and it's still being stubborn. I'm definitely gonna have to be creative on this side. There's definitely great seed spread here, but it's been windy and hot. I think the wind just rips through between these houses like a blow dryer. I'll have to fix this, but let's go ahead and mow first. The sun finally decided to come out, so you can really see the color. The mowing experience is 1,000 times better. My tooth fillings are intact, which is a plus. Putting in all that prep work definitely helped. I cut it down to 1.5 inches, but my goal is to get it down to 3/4 of an inch. It'll take a few weeks or until fall really kicks in for me to get down to that height. This McLean cuts really well. 10 blade is the way to go on a manual. No matter how crappy your lawn is, it always looks good after a fresh cut. As I was cutting this section, a plan popped in my head. It just might work. I'm going to try that same plan on this section too. I'll just have to overseed and keep watering these thin spots. As you can see, I opted for the seed germination straw blankets. I've never used them before, so I hope it works. I love how thick this is. I can do this all day. As you can see, I also use the straw blankets on this area next to the curb. It should also help in protecting the seed from these dang birds. This backyard is coming along. I also gave it a mow. The fringe area that I seeded with rye is still not coming up on the sanded areas. I went ahead and reseeded again, but used the garden weasel to pull up some of the dirt to mix with the sand. The bend grass is definitely germinating and spreading, so that's definitely a good sign. Well folks, that's it for now. If you like this video, please smash that like button. And if you enjoy content like this, please consider subscribing. Thanks again, and keep on cutting.